Which social media websites do you use?
I used to use Facebook, now called Meta, but I don't use that anymore. But now I have immigrated to Instagram. I use Instagram a lot, and I use YouTube, of course, YouTube. And this is my way of creating content, online content, and getting in touch with my students and with other people.
How much time do you spend on social media sites?
When I was younger, I used to use those social media applications a lot during the day, and I used to waste a lot of time. But nowadays, I do not do that. I have restricted my use of the social media, and especially Instagram. Whenever I'm using Instagram, it's either replying to a comment or posting some online content or reading some news. That's it, not a lot.
What kind of information about yourself have you put on social media?
Actually, social media, and especially Instagram, has taught my people, the people in my country, the notion of privacy. They understand what privacy is after using social media, Facebook, and then after that, Instagram. In the past, the idea of privacy was not very strong in my country, Iran. But nowadays, people respect each other's privacy a lot. And I myself do not share a lot of personal information about myself on my public page. I have a public page and a private page. I never allow other people to follow me on my private page, but the public page is for everybody, not a lot of private information.
Is there anything you don't like about social media?
Yes, there are several things that I do not like about some social media websites, for instance, Instagram, because people most of the time pretend to be what they're not. They pretend to be happy, they pretend to be rich, they pretend to have a perfect life, but in reality it's otherwise. It's not like that. This is one thing that I don't like about that. And another one is the peer pressure you get from other people. Everybody is doing this, you believe you have to do that. Everybody is promoting something, is posting something in their story. You believe unknowingly, without really thinking about that, you do that too. You move with the crowd. That's not what I like about social media.
Part 2. Describe something you liked very much which you bought for your home. You should say what you bought, when and where you bought it, why you chose this particular thing, and explain why you liked it so much.
Okay. All right. About 6 months ago, it was about 6 months ago that I needed a 4K TV, and I bought a 4K TV for my home. It's a Super AMOLED TV that I bought for my home. It's a Samsung TV, and I really like that. It's really good. Why I bought that in the first place was that because I have a Mac computer and sometimes I need a second monitor. I need a really big monitor. So I bought this and I used an HDMI cable to connect my Mac to my TV. And specifically when I want to screen record, you know, the resolution of your screen determines the quality of the video that you are capturing, if that makes sense to you. If, for example, the screen is a 2K screen, the quality of that video will be 2K. If it is a 4K screen, the quality will be a 4K. So I needed a 4K resolution TV for my YouTube videos. And I did some research and I bought an LED TV, a Samsung LED TV, a 4K TV. And I use it extensively ever since I bought that. Actually, I'm not using that as a TV. I'm using that as a monitor, especially for editing and stuff. When I'm editing, I prefer to use a big monitor, a big screen. I bought it from an online website in my country. They delivered that really quickly, and it was really a nice purchase. I'm really happy with my purchase. I bought it about 6 months ago, and I chose this one because I had previously had a Samsung TV, and I was really happy with the sound quality and with the screen quality. Everything was really good. I had a really nice experience with that, so I decided to buy another Samsung TV. But this one, the previous one was not a 4K TV, it was a Full HD one, but this one was a 4K, which was a little expensive, but that's fine. I needed that.
Part 3. Why do some people buy lots of things for their home?
Some people buy lots of things for their home. Sometimes they need that, sometimes they don't need that. It's a compulsive thing. It's a compulsive shopping, in my opinion. Or sometimes keeping up with the Joneses. You know, those people, you know, your friend is having that item at home. You have to buy that item for your home. Your neighbor is doing this. You have to do that as well. Most of the time, you don't need a lot of stuff at home.
Do you think it's very expensive to make a home look nice?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it would be very expensive to make a home look nice. You know, you could choose neutral colors for the wall colors, or you could buy some really cheap decoratives. If you go for a minimal way of decorating your house, I think that would be a great idea. Because I think beauty is in simplicity. The simpler something is, the more beautiful that is, in my opinion.
Why don't some people care about how their home looks?
I think it has something to do with their personality. Maybe they are messy and they are disorganized in other things as well. They don't really care about anything. And their home is just one example of that. They don't care about how their desk looks like. They don't care about, I don't know, their appointments with other people. It's a personality, in my opinion. They are messy.
In what ways is living in a flat or apartment better than living in a house?
I think there are some advantages. For example, it's crystal clear that it's safer. Living in an apartment is safer than living in a house all by yourself, because there are other people around you and there are neighbors around you. It's safe for you and it's safe for the house and for the items in the house. Your house wouldn't get burglarized when you're away, hopefully. And there are other people around you. If there is an emergency, for example, other neighbors could help you. And I think it's fine to live in an apartment nowadays. And the reason for that is that there is not enough space in the board, and the population is growing really fast. It's bursting out of control. I think people have to live in apartments, and so they have to like it.
Do you think homes will look different in the future?
I think yes. We will have more and more skyscrapers, residential skyscrapers, because like I said before, there is not enough space in the world and the population is spiraling out of control. The number of people in the world is growing really rapidly and really fast, and there is not enough resources for them. So I believe houses will grow vertically in the future rather than horizontally, and they will become smaller and smaller.
Do you agree that the kinds of homes people prefer change as they get older?
I think yes. I think the younger you are, the less money you have, and you cannot afford to buy a house or a mansion, for example, for yourself. You have to live in a dormitory or in a small studio or in a condo, for that matter. And the older you are, the more money you can make and the more established you have become, and then you can buy a bigger and bigger house, and you would like to have more privacy. So I believe older people would like to live in a house rather than in an apartment. Thank you.